There you are.
Hi there.
Long time. We have a small group this morning, so
Small.
although someone registered this morning. It went from 6 to 7 from the board meeting till now, so
Okay, yeah, because when I printed up after the board meeting, I only had 6.
yeah. Yeah, someone else signed on. Oh, it looks like it's Charlie Wickens. I think he's in.
No, he was already on the list.
Is he already? Oh, then maybe it's Dave Powers.
That's probably it.
Yeah. I'm totally zoomed out, Cheryl.
What's that?
I'm zoomed out. Zoomed out. There's a lot of meetings this week. It's my last one.
Yeah.
How's your new grandbaby?
He's good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, yesterday, Winston had his surgery.
Uh-huh.
And the scar on his leg is longer than this.
Ooh.
He's got metal plates in there and everything.
That poor doggy.
Yeah, so that was one of the back legs. And then on the front leg, they removed this growth, which you would think they could just cut it and cauterize it. No, they had to go so deep, there's like 10 stitches there too.
Why did he need surgery again?
His knee,
Yeah.
I don't know, old boxers, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't even know how he's getting in and out of the house because there's stairs at every single door.
Poor thing. Hi, Joe. Morning again.
Hi, Kelly. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah.
So I did not call Stephanie Maraki yesterday from Levin's office because I'm desperately trying to hold out to get an answer from Gary Peters.
Yeah.
So the ask has been made. I'm guessing by the end of the day we'll know.
Okay. I'm going to draft 2 different flyers, one with Peters and one without. That way when it's go time, I can just put it everywhere. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do something today.
Yeah.
You could.
I can do another.
You could also do a generic one.
Yeah.
And just say, featuring conversation with our federal elected officials.
Yeah. I'll make sure to put something out. Yeah. And I'll do a direct email like I did before. That seemed to be helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello again, Linda. You're on mute. Are you not working? Are you home today?
No, I'm going to go right after this, but there was no reason. I mean, I have to leave early. I'll just stay in here, do my Zooms, and then go. Yes. So I should be in later.
Linda, is the credit union still processing PPP loans for members?
Only to members of ours who have businesses prior to February. So it's only to our members.
So you have to have a business account.
And it was before February 15th. There was a deadline. So we actually have processed actually quite a few. Remember, because we merged, we have more business loans. Because we have a lot of the Lakes Community Credit Union had quite a few business loans, more so than even Birmingham. And Metro had a few, but we processed, I think, 14 or 15 in the first week. So that was, I mean, that was a lot because we had never had, we didn't really have that program. And we went right in and I said, we need to do this. And Annette and Jerry went ahead and got it all together and it's worked out really well.
Okay. Dan Gilbert has joined the crowd.
Good morning, Dan.
He's still trying to connect his audio, I think.
Oh, and Kathy Katz is here too. Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Hi, Kathy.
Can you see me?
Oh, I can see you now. Yep, there you are.
It's good to see you, Kathy.
Good to see you. We're still processing loans.
Are you?
Lendio.
Dan, you're on mute. Moot, not mute, moot. You're still on mute, Dan. Kelly, can you unmute him?
Yeah, I should be able to. There we go.
Hey, David.
Okay. Oh, thanks. I said I liked your background, Joe.
Oh, thank you. People think that's the Golden Gate Bridge. I refer to it as the gateway to Napa Valley.
Yeah, it is.
I'm hoping to see it in mid-September. I have a trip booked, so we'll see.
Ew. Was that Sam? Don't you have a trip booked to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought.
Sam and I are going to be two passing ships in Napa.
Oh, I thought we were going together.
Good morning, Eddie.
Good
Link,
morning.
how are you?
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Good. Good, thanks.
How are things?
Things are good. Things have been really good. We've been doing a lot of stuff on social media, and we're just finally getting our events to go virtual, and it's really exciting. I'm excited for this change and this new opportunity, so it's really cool.
Well, that's a refreshing perspective.
Yeah. Like you're in-
I can't say I've heard that a lot.
It's really cool though, because for these events, like, we're able to get people involved that aren't just here. Like, an event that I'm going to talk about today is in Ann Arbor, and it's usually in Ann Arbor, but instead we're going to have people all the way in Seattle walking with us. So it's really cool that we're given this opportunity, as long as people aren't being hesitant about it, which some people are, but the more you get them comfortable with it, the more fun it's going to be. Here's some doggies.
That must have been Sam's dog. She went on mute and turned off her video. So it's just now 9:30. We're expecting a few more people, so we'll give a few more minutes if anyone wants to just chat before we formally get started. So.
Well, I finally stopped in at Birmingham Barbers Tuesday and got my first haircut. So I at least looked in to see if anyone was in the chamber, but in the offices, but did not see anyone yet.
What time were you there, Dan?
I was there at around 8:30.
Yeah, I have a Tuesday's my in-office day, but I have a standing meeting with Michigan Association of Chamber Professionals from 9 to 10. So I usually take that at home and then head to the office.
Oh, got it.
Link,
Yes, sir.
how did you survive Starbucks being closed for so long? You lost your office.
We have Starbucks at home. So we do our fresh brewing at home every day.
All right.
You know, Starbucks temporarily sold their own version of a Keurig machine called a Verismo. And we have that here, and it makes incredible coffee.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's
I
a
don't drink
different kind
coffee,
of machine.
but my family loves it, so.
Oh, it's a different kind of machine then, like a
Mhm.
Keurig, or
Like a Keurig, yeah. But, it apparently makes the most fantastic coffee, so.
The question is, Kelly, do you use Starbucks beans?
Yeah, they're Starbucks pods. They sell them from Starbucks, so. Yeah.
Is Starbucks having people sitting in there now? Do you know, in Birmingham?
They are.
Are they?
Oh, are they?
Okay.
They started this week, and they've also expanded out onto the sidewalk.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
All right. I guess I'll have to get back there so people still know I'm alive
I was
My
thinking
bro-
about the, I was thinking about the same thing with Churchill's.
Right.
Yeah, have they opened yet? Are they open now, Joe?
Yeah, did you get my text?
I don't think I did. When did you send it?
So there's no reservations, there's no call ahead seating. It's literally first come, first in, and then
Yeah.
they've limited your reservation to a maximum of 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Half hours.
That's a
Wow.
long.
That's,
Well, I think most people who go there to eat smoke a cigar first, which typically takes about 45 minutes to an hour. Then they order dinner. But I was talking to Ernie, the manager, and he said it's not atypical for their guests to stay 4 hours.
wow.
So I know,
That's a lot of
Dan, you're usually there on average about 6 hours, aren't you?
I'd like to be, yes, that sounds good.
Well, we can go ahead and get started. We haven't had anybody else join for a minute or two. So welcome everyone to our Birmingham Bloomfield Chamber virtual coffee break. We're all glad that you could join us this morning. We do have a smaller group than usual, so we could have some potential for some great dialogue this morning and a little bit of extra talking time. So thank you all for joining us. I'm Kelly Bennett, the Marketing and Event Manager for the Chamber. What we like to do for this is go around and have everyone, introduce themselves, and then we'll turn it over to Joe to give us an update on the things that the Chamber's been working on, any kind of financial assistance programs we're aware of, and the changes and what's happening on that level. So I'll start. I'm just going to go through what's on my screen first, and Ms. Cheryl Geralds, you are up number 1. So
Good morning, everybody. So happy to see all these positive faces. It's great. Can't wait to start getting back into the office. I only go in there maybe once or twice a week for a little bit, but looking forward to coming back to work.
Linda Hatfield, would you mind unmuting and saying hello?
Good morning again, everybody. We're back. We're open and we're busy. No, it's been great. We were actually open for drive-through and that, but we opened on Monday. Our members are coming in. They missed us. And what we found out a lot is the loans that we're getting, we're surpassing even last year's. We did $7 million in May. We're headed to over that for June. But a lot of people are staying home. So car loans from the dealers were skyrocketing, but it's boat loans. It's boat loans and RV and campers. Because more people said, hey, we're not going to get on a plane. We're not going to travel. We're going to hang around here. So we got the best rates in town. So we are just booming in terms of that. Yeah, so we're real busy. Membership has been great. And we started up on our rebranding again. As most of you know, we merged with 2 other credit unions. So eventually, I'm sure our name's going to have to change, but we're still the same credit union we always were. We have the same people there. So we're excited, and I'm even more excited because I got my nails done yesterday and I'm getting my hair done today, and that's all I got. I'm in a very happy mood right now. So anyway, but it's so nice to see everybody, and I miss everybody, and we're going to get through this. Okay, we are. So thanks for being a great chamber. You guys really do rock. I got to tell you, you guys rock. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Linda. That's definitely a ray of sunshine today. So we appreciate the comments. Dan Gilbert, you're up next. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, you guys. How is everyone?
Good.
Yeah, things are definitely going great at over here at the Bank of Ann Arbor. It does seem like now that we've evolved from the PPP loan status, that we've seen a lot of commercial loan uptick. People are looking looking to get new business loans. There's new opportunities that are out there. I've seen some odd ones. I actually had just, a wild one that came up the other day that it's an existing customer that is a consultant for this Indian tribe out in North Dakota. And they wanted me to help them get a loan out there through the SBA program. That was a little hard to try and get people to accept at the bank, but and ultimately we had to plead that we are a community bank and couldn't necessarily help them out. But anyway, it's going great, and I'm still working from home, which is for me a little hard as far as touching base with with new customers or existing ones, but I'm getting through it. That's all I got, I guess.
That's good to hear. Kathy Katz. Welcome to our virtual coffee break. How are you?
Morning, everyone. Great. I've taken advantage of this whole thing, and I've been walking 2.5 to 3 miles every morning. So that's been really great. I head out about 6:30 with a neighbor. It's been good. Heartland never closed. We're still processing payrolls. Things dropped off a little bit. We did have to furlough just a couple people, but we're getting set to bring them back in. Our team's still working from home, and that's been working out really well. We had a little issue with getting the phones. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice. A little issue getting the phones set up. We didn't really want them using their cell phones, but finally got that all in place. Speaking of, as Linda was talking about, marinas and RVs, I've got a couple of big marinas up in the Bay City area and in Midland and Bay City actually. And then in Midland, a big RV center. And we just had a meeting this morning regarding our touchless payments. So Heartland on the credit card side can really help out a lot of our clients with, being to order, online. Again, we are endorsed by the Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association and the National Restaurant and Lodging Association. So clients can, we can help them set everything up. Some are really inexpensive, some are a little pricier, along with gift cards also, but get them to, set them up so that they can make those payments online. A lot of people work, so if they're making payments, in the evening or on the weekends, there might not be someone in the marina or in any location to take that payment. I was in Traverse City last week on Thursday and Friday. We set up a new, not new, but an existing restaurant with a new owner on Torch Lake. I've got a couple more restaurants we're working in Torch Lake. Got to visit some of my clients, Grand Traverse Distillery, and buy some of their cherry vodka, which is fabulous. Mix it with lemonade. And got a lot of stuff going on up there. I've got a card partner up there, so it's nice. I just stay with her. She lives in Elk City. She lives above the drugstore on the corner in Elk City. She looks out over the marina and the old Mission Peninsula. So we got to mix a little fun with work. That's what's going on with us.
Sounds busy.
And we still have our promo going. I'm so sorry. So the promo is, I can give up to 60 days or 90 days free payroll, but I can't do that with a landscaper. It depends on the type of business. If it's seasonal, I can't do that, but I will always give everyone at least a 30-day free payroll. We do ask that they stay with us for 13 months. And I think going forward, we're going to continue giving everyone the first 30 days free HR, which right now, with the way things are going, that's really, really, really great. So thank you.
Thank you. Link Walkler. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, Link Walkler, Link Jewelry Designs. Fortunately, I do work from home where a lot of jewelers had to close up their stores, so I've been able to stay somewhat busy. Yet, I would definitely say that engagements and, wedding rings, while I was doing some, slowed down a little bit because it's very difficult to consummate a wedding from 6 feet away.
Yeah.
Those create certain obstacles for most people, anyways. I do have a good network of several close to 20,000 jewelers on a online Facebook group that have been seeing my work. So I've actually been able to do some work for some jewelers around the country. So that's kind of opened up a new area for me, which has been good when I can't get face to face and, show a diamond to somebody. It's a little tricky to start showing diamonds, and, people call me and say, I'm interested in a 5-carat diamond. Could you, send 3 of them to my office so that I can look at them, and I'll send you back what I don't want. That's not the way to do things. You kind of want to have a little more control over that. But other than that, I'm doing well, healthy, and I had some eye surgeries this last year. One was about 3.5 months ago on the right eye, and I had to wait because of the virus another 3 months to have the left eye finally brought into focus. So now I'm not seeing double anymore. I see all of you as I'm supposed to see you. I spent about 3 months seeing 2 of my wife in 2 different areas of the house, which for the most part was good because, it was kind of like double your pleasure, double your fun. But now it's all back to 1, and, I'm doing good. So good to see you all. Thanks.
Oh,
Thank
Link,
you.
you cracked me up.
A little bit speechless. Annie Dalton, good morning.
Good morning. I do have a question for Link. I don't know if I should ask now or wait till we're all done with these.
All depends how personal it is.
Well, I know you usually do like repurposed jewelry, but I do a lot of weddings and stuff. So do you do jewelry like brand new when people are looking for stuff, or do
Oh
you
yeah,
usually
that's
use?
the bulk of my business is custom
Okay.
design of new things, and especially I do a lot of engagement rings and wedding bands.
Okay.
Often using family gemstones, but for the most part, I have access to everything. Sure.
Okay. Awesome. Great. Cool. Okay. Then maybe we should touch base again
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Well, hi everyone. Sorry for that quick distraction. I am here today from the event loft. This is my home office. Luckily, I made my home office right before the quarantine started, so I was really grateful to have this. I'm here today representing Sky, Sky Foundation. We are a nonprofit that raises funding and awareness for pancreatic cancer research. As I was mentioning, we are bringing most of our events virtual this year. I'm really excited about our walk in October. It's October 4th on a Sunday. Typically, we meet in Ann Arbor, we get together, we have a little, just a little before session with our honorary chairs and everything like that, a couple speakers. This year, we're going to be doing that via Zoom in the morning, and then we kind of release team leaders and teams to walk on their own during the day. So our purpose with that is to have people gather in their neighborhoods, gather at parks, at malls, wherever you want to go and walk. You build your own team, you bring it all together on social media. So that's really exciting for us, and we're getting really amped up for that. So we are looking for team leaders right now. So if you have somebody you know that has been through pancreatic cancer, or somebody that just wants to get involved in the community, it's a great opportunity to do that. Again, I'm Annie Dalton with Sky Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie. Mr. David Powers, you're next up on my screen. Can you unmute yourself and say hello to the group? There we go.
Hi, everyone. Mentalist David Powers, occasionally known as the pop culture mentalist. Basically, I use my performing skills to mystify audiences with amazing tests in the power and the potential of the human mind. My shows, whether done live or over the computer, are highly interactive. Your audience is always going to be a huge part of the experience. Something lately that's been going on with me, I'm going to hopefully be starting up live in-person shows again once people, feel a little bit safer. I've changed my live in-person show to a low or no contact show. I've also created an online virtual show using Zoom. Something you guys can do for me right now is follow me on Facebook. I have 2 characters that I perform as, and I will actually send you the link in the chat box. So go ahead and like and follow. That's Mentalist Entertainer David Powers, the entertainer you have in mind, the entertainer with you in mind. Thanks.
Thanks so much. That was wonderful. And if you haven't had the pleasure of seeing David at work, it's really something else. It truly does kind of blow your mind a little bit. It's just his mentalist powers are incredible. Next on my screen is Mavita Burris. Is that correct? The name is really small on the screen. So good morning and welcome.
Yes, good morning. Welcome. I am Mavita Burris, and I am representing Haven in Pontiac. And I wanted to just share with you all, this is our 45th year. And much like Annie, we've learned to adapt and pivot very quickly. So right now, we are hosting a 45th anniversary virtual gala. It is running from June 15th through the 30th. And on the 30th, we will have a live party. So we're going to have a dance party from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. right in your own living room. So Miss Katz, get your vodka together, because we will be dancing from music from the 70s all the way to today. And we're going to have some Motown and some Heart and the whole shebang. And we hope you guys will just join us on our virtual gala. I'll put the link in the chat. But as for Haven, we have been operating since the pandemic, full staff. Because of the nature of our business and what we do, we know that we cannot shut our doors. So we have done everything we could to keep the doors open and to keep our staff safe and fully employed. So we've been very strategic, and right now we're working on our reentry program so that people can come in and feel safe in the space and not overcrowd the office. So we're excited about all the things we're doing. We have summer camp coming up in 2 weeks, and that's going to be very interesting and fun. But we will be in full operation because we are serving the community.
That's really wonderful to hear. I know this time has affected nonprofits especially hard, and to hear that Haven is doing so well and is fully staffed and still serving the community, what a great thing. And the online gala, that's amazing and sounds like a lot of fun. So kudos to your team for coming up with that idea. That's really cool.
Yeah, and we have some great auction items that can be redeemed, up until 2021. So, some of that travel, some golf outings, some nice clubs, some things like that. I'm in a bid war with my boss over a purse. Like there's some great things out there. So,
we'll check that out. That's so neat.
Yeah. So we're having a great time, but again, we're just trying to serve the public and make sure that those who are in a situation where they can't flee, we have space for them. So a lot of our partners and the partners in this community have just come out and helped us and made sure that people, can live a life without fear.
That's really wonderful and heartwarming to hear this morning. Thank you. Becky Peters, you're next to my screen. Can you unmute yourself and say hello to the group?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Becky Peters, one of the founders of Partner House, and what we do is we do commercial interiors and furniture procurement for corporations. So we, up until 3 weeks ago, have been working from home. We are considered an essential because we do supply beds and overbed carts and things like that to hospitals, along with corporate furniture for higher ed, corporations, and K through 12. So we're all back in the office. We're all healthy. We've been doing a very large number of protective sneeze shields. We just got a request in for 3,000 sneeze shields for Washtenaw County. They are starting to prepare for voting. So if anybody has a contact at one of the counties that we could contact to see if they need our services, I would greatly appreciate it. We're also a co-working den, and we have, we're allowed to have 12 members come in at one time. We are very, very, very careful with PPE. We have all kinds of sanitary equipment. We have sneeze shields everywhere. People are wearing masks. We have 6 feet apart. We have rooms that they can go into so nobody's together. So we've had an average of about 6 people a day. The CDC says that we can have 4 people, not including our employees, per square feet. So that allows us to have 12 coworkers. So things are going well here. We're holding our own. We're fortunate to have a couple larger clients that give us residual business right now monthly. And so think of us. And if anybody, if I can help anyone in any way, please give me a shout out or an email, and I'm here to help. So everybody stay well and have a great day.
Thank you so much. Samantha Michalak, you're up.
Hi, everyone. It's so nice to see you all this morning. There's a couple of new faces, but I'm so happy to see even some of my ambassadors again. But I'm the membership engagement manager for the chamber. So if you have any questions about promoting your business through the chamber, or if you have a colleague or a contact that's interested in participating in the chamber, I'd definitely be your point person for that. And the chamber is actually offering an incredible promotion right now. We just really want to help the business community, and we understand that the financial aspect of chamber membership is really important. So any business that joins before June 30th will actually have the opportunity to delay payment of membership dues until September 1st of this year. So it gives people an option to join the chamber without having to pay up front for the membership dues. So it's a great way to get involved and easing the financial aspect a little bit. So keep that in mind when you're out networking and talking with your colleagues and walking into stores. Ask them if they're a part of the chamber.
Thank you, Sam. I don't know where Joe went. I want to see if Joe can come back. He's our last person. Again, I'm Kelly Bennett, the marketing and event manager with the chamber. Please keep an eye on our event calendar. We are going to be planning at least one virtual event throughout the summer, a week throughout the summer. Next week, we're continuing our government town hall series, which started with the city officials from Birmingham and Bloomfield Hills. And this week we had our guest from Oakland County, the executive Dave Coulter, and their director of health and human services, Kathy Forsley, joined us to give us an update on what they've been working on. Next week we have Andy Levin will be doing our government town hall on Tuesday. So we'll be sending information out to about that to everyone today. So register for that. And then we've got more virtual webinars we're doing. If any of you are interested in conducting a webinar for us, please let me know. We're happy to take proposals for that. We are looking for content, so feel free to send me any ideas that you have. Even if you think they're a little bit different, we are happy to explore. So our members are looking for some guidance, I think, so that's wonderful. And let me see if Joe is back on. There he is. I'm going to turn everything over to our president, Joe Bauman, to give us an update.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Joe. I think I'm the president of the chamber, part of the team with Cheryl and Kelly and Samantha. So we thank you for your membership. We thank you for your ongoing participation in the chamber, because we're only strong if our members are strong. And so if there's anything you need from us, resources, opportunities, please don't hesitate to reach out. I wanted to focus this morning, just kind of give you an update of the status of some financial assistance programs that have been made available specifically to small businesses, both on the federal level and actually in Oakland County. So the two federal programs that everybody's been hearing about is the PPP loans, forgivable loans, and what are called the EIDL loans, which is the Economic income disaster loans, I think. They're both done through the SBA. The one that's gotten the most attention is the PPP loans because under certain circumstances, those loans are actually forgivable, and which means you don't have to pay them back. It got a lot of publicity when it was first rolled out with phase one. Frankly, there were a lot of issues with how the program was rolled out. I think they improved greatly in phase two, which we're currently in. The good news is that they really lowered the maximum amount that a corporation could receive, which really stretched out the available funds. There is still over $100 billion available to small businesses in the PPP program. So if you haven't applied for one and you think you could benefit from it and your business would, I would really seriously encourage you to reach out to your lender and talk to them about filling out an application for a PPP grant. I know some lenders have stopped accepting PPP applications. So we're going to be doing a canvas of our member financial institutions to see which ones are still accepting applications. And so if your lender's not participating and if you do need a referral, please reach out to myself and I'll do my best to get you that referral. I know, Kathy, you mentioned that Heartland is still processing applications, and there are other, I guess, non-traditional lending institutions that are participating in the program. So that's an opportunity for you to explore as well. The EIDL loan program was very successful and quickly shut down when it ran out of money. Congress did just reallocate additional resources for the EIDL program, so that now once again is available to any for-profit or nonprofit company to apply for as well. They're low interest loans that have a long repayment period. So if you're looking to get a cash infusion and then spread out the burden of over a number of years, you can do that. I think the payback is as far as 30 years. So for nonprofits, the rate is 2.75%. I think for-profits is 3.75. The nice little tweak about the EIDL loan, though, is within the loan program, there's what's called the Emergency Cash Infusion Fund. And so they will make a grant of $1,000 per employee that you have on your payroll up to $10,000. And that is available to you even if you end up not accepting the loan. So it's basically up to $10,000 of free money. There's no strings to it as to how it needs to be spent. It's literally just a disbursement. They ask for a routing number and an account number for your bank, and it just shows up in your account. So that's something that all of you might want to think about exploring as well. I actually applied for one yesterday. Was it yesterday? Tuesday, for the chamber. It took literally probably 10 minutes to fill out the application. It's quite simple. So I'd encourage you to look at that. Turning closer to home, Oakland County has been very proactive in providing what they're calling stabilization, small business stabilization grants to businesses that are located in Oakland County. They've done 2 rounds of the stabilization funds that have been fully funded and completed. The exciting news is that actually on Tuesday morning, when David Coulter was doing our teletown hall meeting, he announced that they're going to be doing a 3rd phase of stabilization loans, and this time the pot is $30 million. And so, which is really great. These are straight out grants, no strings attached to them. It's just basically to help small businesses with their cash flow as they start recovering from the pandemic. The applications should be available right around July 1st, according to David Coulter. They'll be available on the website. And I know these are specifically targeting a lot of the service industries that hadn't been open before. So especially restaurants, salons, spas, any kind of service provider will be given kind of first dibs on this $30 million pot. So, but that's really exciting that the county is doing that. the county decided early on that they received $200 million in CARES Act funding from the federal government back in March. And what they did is they decided to set aside $100 million and provide direct benefits to businesses in Oakland County. And then the other $100 million is going to absorb all of the costs that the county's incurring in terms of PPE and all the things that they're doing. So not everyone has done that. Oakland County's really been a leader, so that's really exciting. And I know now some of the other counties, because I talked to my chamber peers all over the state, are really kind of trying to play catch up, going, wow, Oakland County's making us look really bad. Our small businesses are asking why they're not doing grants, and so they're playing catch up. The other thing that I wanted to mention, and I guess this would be very specific to Annie and Mavita, in addition to the Small Business Stabilization Fund program, Oakland County also has set aside $5 million specifically for 501c3 nonprofits. Once again, this is a grant. I believe it's actually being administered through the United Way. They've partnered with them because that's what the United Way does. The information's on the county website. You can just go on the website, fill out an application, and then the applications will be scored by the United Way. So Annie and Mavita, if your organizations have not applied for one of those grants yet, I would strongly encourage you to do so. The other thing that I wanted to mention, and I have to step away for 1 second, I'm sorry. I needed my notes. So last week, the Chamber's Board of Directors voted to have our chamber join a national initiative through the U.S. Chamber with the National Initiative to Address Inequality of Opportunity. We've all seen what the temperature has been like in the country the last few months. You know, the question of discrimination of people of color, creed, continues to be an issue in our country. And the U.S. Chamber on June 25th is having a day-long symposium of basically exploring and talking and educating about the role that corporate America plays in continuing this inequality of opportunity. There are more than 450 local chambers of commerce across the country that have joined this initiative. Several others in Oakland County have signed on, but our executive committee felt it was very important for us to look at this issue and figure out, first of all, how we're operating as an organization as it relates to promoting diversity and promoting, doing business with minority-owned businesses who always face additional challenges. So we're very excited about that. At some point down the road, one of our obligations as being part of this initiative is that we are required, and we're looking forward to convening a local conversation on this issue with our business members and exploring the issues of, supply chains and vendors and the diversity of your workforce and the whole myriad issues. So we're very excited to be part of this. We're very excited that we're going to be actively engaged in this. This really dovetails with our chamber's Thriving Michigan initiative and the creation 3 years ago of our Chamber Foundation. We did that because we know that while our communities are blessed with considerable economic means, we have many neighboring communities who have real challenges and real struggles. And by creating the foundation, it will allow us to broaden our support and impact on the greater community. And so having this conversation dovetailing with the efforts of Thriving Michigan and our foundation kind of is a great, it's a great combination. So you'll be hearing more about this as we go forward. Again, we see the Chamber's role is really just being conveners of conversation and spreading information and education as it relates to the issue of inequality of opportunity. we are a business organization, so we're going to be focused on, you know, business's role in this issue. So I'm hoping that all of you will join us in exploring this topic and having these important and very necessary conversations. That's kind of my my report. Again, if anybody needs any further information, or if you're having a difficult time accessing any information as it relates to the funding programs that I mentioned, just, you know, shoot me a text, shoot me an email, and I will steer you in the right direction if I possibly can. Otherwise, I just want to say it's great seeing everybody. It's been a challenge being connected from our members. You know, chambers are all about relationships. That's who we are, and that's what we do. And we're conveners for important issues such as the inequality of opportunity, and we've had that taken away from us. So Zoom has been a lifeline. I don't know, frankly, what would have happened if, you know, this pandemic happened 20 years ago, before we had social media and we had, you know, virtual meetings. It's really a scary thought. This has been a great platform to try to keep people connected. So we really appreciate you taking time out of your days. And I would urge you to continue to stay connected with us until we can actually come and see you in your place of business and have a conversation. And with that, I'll give it back to Kelly.
One thing I did remember that I'd like to mention before we wrap up is that our office did hand out those Oakland County PPE kits last week to businesses located in Birmingham. And I believe, Joe, do we still have some that we can distribute to our members, or?
We do. We have, I think we have 8 additional kits in our office. So if anyone is in need of a kit as you begin the process of reopening your business to the public, this was, again, an initiative of Oakland County. They set aside, I think Dave Coulter said there were 10,000 kits. Kelly, does that sound right?
Yeah, there were a lot. Yeah, a warehouse full.
And Oakland County paid for them all, and then gave them to every community in Oakland County to distribute to their small businesses. So the kits have touchless thermometers, they have masks, they have gloves, they have gowns, they have information about social distancing. They even have stickers to put on your floor to encourage social distancing. So if anybody could use one of those for your operation, let us know, but they will be first come, first got. So Navita, are you saying you'd like one? Okay, so I will set one aside for you, and we can offline, we'll figure out a time for you to come and pick it up, or somebody from your team. Okay.
With that, I don't have anything else. If we're, if anyone wants to have any concluding comments, now's the time. We are really grateful for our members who have stayed engaged with us through this time. And as businesses start reopening, we're looking for ways to continue to support those who have struggled, those who need a helping hand from the chamber. So if you know of a business that could use our assistance, please let us know. We are here to support the community as a whole. And we're continuing to offer these online programs for support. So please join us for our virtual events and webinars. It's wonderful to see everyone and engage in this way. So thank you all for joining us.
Kelly, I did want to mention one more thing, I'm sorry.
Sure.
So just so everybody knows, our physical office at Adams Square remains closed to the public. It's going to be closed until mid-July at the earliest. However, we are going to begin taking member visits by appointment. So if you have a specific need that you need to talk to one of us face-to-face, just let us know. We will set up an appointment, and we will figure out a safe environment to have that meeting. I know a lot of people are still nervous about enclosed spaces, so I've suggested to Kelly and Sam, you know, if it's a nice day, Shane Park would be a great place to conduct a meeting. You're outside, they have flooded the park with tables and chairs and picnic tables to encourage people to gather outdoors. So we'll figure out a place and a time that you're comfortable with and that we're comfortable with. So, but again, technically our office is closed to the public. We're not having any walk-ins.
No, but we are still working in online 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So we are available via cell phones, email. If you call office, voicemail goes to my email as well. So we are available for you, just like we would be if we were in the office. So with that, thank you all for attending today. We are happy to have you again for your support. Thank you so much. Let's see. Thank you all for engaging with us, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Hope to see
you.
all one day soon in person.